Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Saturday, May 2nd, 2020, and it's weigh-in day. And I have had a crazy week. I thought this week was going to be chillax and relaxation, but it was not. There was a lot going on with my baby chickens all week this week, and I will not inundate you with all of the details. I will suffice it to say it was really overwhelming, but I survived. And you're going to have to check it out on the other channel, Hide and Seek. I usually link it in the About section if you're looking for that. But I will put all the details about that over there, and it should be coming out in the next couple weeks of what is going on right now. Suffice it to say, I got no sleep. I ate way too much food. I was put through the ringer more than I thought I could be by some baby chickens. Regardless, I'm pretty happy with how things went this week. I'm pretty happy with my success at maintenance. This is a rough week anyway. It's ovulation week, and for me that always means a uptick on the scale. And so, I haven't been super overly concerned about it. And honestly, I'm just literally doing the best that I can. I'm just trying to stay focused. It's been a lot of controversy on Facebook this week. I think everybody just really got tired of staying home and just lost their minds. It's a whole new argument that's out there now about opening up the states or whether quarantine should keep going, and lots of really terrible things being said on both sides. Not people refusing to wear masks in public. I mean, I could go on and on. It has been really stressful being on Facebook this week. I'm sure you guys have had similar experience. Now, I'm not going to give you a hard time about which side of the fence you are on. I'm a stay-home advocate, and, I'm about let's stay home as long as we can to try and find a cure or some kind of treatment, at least, before we go out into pushing everything out into the open. But I'm not going to give you a hard time about how you're feeling about it. It's hard reading. It's hard reading about it and watching people do stupid stuff that I just would never in a million years support. And it's just hard. I've never been so freaked out or anxiety ridden over any kind of political type situation in all of my days. People can argue all kinds of inflammatory things and it doesn't bother me ever. And for some reason, this one just really gets under my skin. So I've had some stress this week. Also, I went back to doing my ballet and jazz class, which I have taken 3 weeks off of due to the whole wedding fiasco and craziness of all that and my son's surgery last week. And yeah, I'm kind of glad things are a little bit less exciting around here, but I'm feeling it. I'm still feeling it this week, and my muscles are feeling it. It has been when isn't it at my house? I mean, if things were normal, I would be telling you that we just had a giant dance competition and I could barely walk because I had to run for nationals. Dance competition would have been this last weekend. No, this coming weekend. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Mother's Day weekend. This coming weekend. I would be running around like a crazy person. So kind of sad about having to miss that. It's been nice not having to worry about all of that rigmarole. It's the first spring I've been able to enjoy the outdoors in forever. So I have to be grateful for that I've been able to enjoy my beautiful flowers. My lilacs are just starting to bloom, which is my favorite scent. And I'm just looking forward to just like being able to savor it and soak it in and enjoy the details of it rather than just kind of see it and smell it in passing as I'm running from thing to thing to thing. So there's that. There's always a silver lining, right? And we just have to keep going forward, and we just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Some of the commercials I've seen lately have just been really much inspiring about moms, with Mother's Day, helping their kids to get through this crazy time without as much damage as they could have, without as much chaos, without as much stress, without as much trauma. I'm doing the best I can. I hope I'm doing good enough. The hardest thing for me is being solely responsible for teaching my kids church stuff, the gospel stuff, and just being worn out from it, having to prepare lessons and prepare church every single Sunday for the last 6 weeks. It's rough. It's really rough. And I'm sure you guys are feeling it too, trying to hold it together for your families and keep things together for your spouse or for whoever you have chosen to hole up with for this crazy time. Yeah, it's just strange. It's really, really strange. Weight loss is still kind of on the back burner for me. I'm not tracking, and I'm eating the same foods as I've been eating, but I feel like I'm putting on some weight. It's not a lot. It's definitely not a lot, but I can just kind of feel it. I just feel a little bit more sluggish, and I feel like my clothes are fitting a little tighter. I didn't even bother to measure myself this week. I just couldn't even deal with that. I didn't want to go there. And I just feel like this is just not the season for me to worry about that. And that's going to be normal throughout my whole rest of my life. I'm not always going to be on the weight loss track. I'm not always going to be inspired to be, keeping going. And I'm just super happy because if any other time of my life, this whole pandemic thing would have happened, I could have put on 50 pounds in the last 6 weeks. And I think I've put on 4. So I'm going to pat myself on the back for that and not stress over it. That all being said, let's get to the weigh-in and check that out. And then we can discuss the numbers and if there's going to be any changes coming forward for the next week. Well, as you can see, I weighed in today at 189.4. That's almost 3 pounds up. That's 2.8 pounds up from last week, which was up from the week before. Now, granted, these are the weeks that I tend to put on water, so I'm not uber stressed. This is the closest to 190 I've seen on the scale, which makes me a little bit nervous, but this week coming up should be a whoosh week, and barring any crazy that should happen, hopefully I'll get sleep, and hopefully I won't overeat and eat in the middle of the night. And what else did I do this week? Oh, exercise too much. My muscles will be used to it and they won't be stressed out and in pain. And, hopefully next week's going to go really, really great for my maintenance situation. That's what I hope. And I'm looking forward to the changes that are going to happen, and just watching and seeing what happens. I really hope that the changes are going to be for positive. My state has opened up a bit. I shall not be participating in that, but I get it. I get that people are really holed up and they really just can't take it one more second. I get that. I'm holding in there okay. So it's my plan to try and keep as many of us home as possible. But this week has hit us all hard. Even my 4-year-old Jasper had a day this week where he just randomly out of the blue just said, "Mommy, do you remember when all the things weren't closed up and we could go somewhere?" And I said, "Oh yeah, honey, I'm sorry." And he's like, "Yeah, and we could go get a snack." He misses just going into the gas station and choosing out some gummy worms. Like, he just misses doing something besides being at home. Now, I keep them very busy and very messy and very dirty. He's outside in the dirt all day long, jumping on the trampoline, playing with the chickens, digging in the dirt. You name it, he's done it. He's being all boy. But he still feels like some piece of him is missing. So if my 4-year-old introvert son, who loves being home more than anything on the planet, is feeling sad about the restrictions, you can only fathom like what other people might be feeling. I cannot believe that I am not overwhelmed by it. I mean, I have times of overwhelm, but they aren't specifically being caused by being home. They're caused by other things and, worry and being stressed out about what other people are choosing. But being home is not stressing me out. And the crazy thing is, I have a stellar immune system. I've always had good luck. I hardly ever get sick. I never have been an avid hand washer. I've always not been a germaphobe, and I've kind of always rolled my eyes a little bit and kind of poo-pooed people who are overly sensitive about germs. I've often criticized people for over-cleaning their homes and not allowing germs to get into their children so that they can get a good immune system. I've always been that kind of person, and now I feel like I'm totally the polar opposite. I'm like, don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't bring anything into the house without blitzing it with bleach. And I mean, I'm not keeping my house super clean. I'm just really not great at that. But everything that's coming into my house, or every person that comes into my house, we're like scouring them and not going out as much as possible. So yeah, I've kind of flipped, done a little, 180 maybe, flipped around and changed a little bit. And I've been able to, my eyes have been open to the people who do get sick all the time and are worried about germs and do have to worry about people bringing their kids out sick and be annoyed by them. I get that now. Whereas before I used to kind of think it was a little bit overkill. Now I get it. Now I really, really get it. If you're going to get super sick all the time, that's a stress. And this sickness is something that I would rather pass us by for a little while until there's some kind of treatment of some kind, like Tamiflu, that will help the lungs. Because I'll tell you what, I had pleurisy after I had Jasper and I couldn't breathe, and my oxygen level didn't even dip below the 70s, and I thought I was going to die. So I cannot even imagine what these people are going through who have to be on a ventilator or intubated for this situation. It's like, it's literally my worst nightmare. I told Dave I'd rather get run over by a car than catch this and die this way. Now, do I think I would die? Probably not. I mean, like I said, my immune system is really, really great, but I just have unrealistic PTSD over that situation. And Dave and I are really worried about both of us leaving 9 kids to fend for themselves, or heaven forbid, losing all of the kids. We have 3 sons with asthma, including my 4-year-old. So possibly 4. Phineas has told me that he thinks he might have it as well. 4 of my 5 sons with asthma. So it makes me a little bit nervous. And I'm sure you guys are feeling nervous too. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that is feeling the effects of the stress between staying home and feeling overwhelmed with that, and the stress of possibly catching and dealing with a virus that we just don't know very much about. It's a whole new kind of crazy, right, guys? It's a whole new kind of crazy. We've never dealt with anything like this, and I think we're doing great. I think we are, for the most part, holding it together, staying strong, feeling peace, turning to our faith, feeling strength from Mother Earth, from God, from whomever we are drawing our strength from. I feel like we are being strong and not falling apart, and I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of all of you guys for hanging in there and just putting one foot in front of the other and not just like collapsing and giving up. There are days definitely that I want to collapse and give up. I mean, I suffer from depression. We all know that. And sometimes I feel it starting to get at me. But for some reason, like this whole thing has become an impetus to like force myself out of that, to not have time to dwell on it, because I have to think about these other things and be worried about these other things and not let it overwhelm me. So for me, it's had the opposite effect. It's really, really weird. But I know it isn't that way for everyone. Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed daily or a weekly talk with Tammy here. I know I tend to ramble on about nothing. I just ramble on about whatever's going on, and that's what's going on. And it's going on for everyone. So we all have something in common, and that's pretty amazing. I'm not going to inundate you with requests to check out all the links in the about section for the ways you can support the channel. I'm just going to mention it right here. Check it out. I also have affiliate links for all the fun stuff that I like to, that I've told you guys about or whatever, or mentioned in my videos. There's a lot of affiliate links down there if you guys want to check them out. If you're in the mood to go on a little window shopping spree or something and check things out, it's all down there. Plus the link to my other channel, of course. And that will also be in the end screen if you want to click through and watch the real crazy that happens around here. I am a crazy chicken farmer. Bet you didn't know that. Well, now you do. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to let you go. I love you all so much. That's all I have for you today, and I'll talk to you all again soon.